Hello everyone, my name is Jaybird and welcome back to Seduce Me the Otome. Oh, this time we're going after Sam because holy fuck, it's fucking Sam. And so without any further ado, let's get right back to where we left off last time, which would be right here. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time it wasn't. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents as a woman. Yes, 'cause that makes sense. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
No. Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
No. All right. Oh, wow, so amazing. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched as Naomi's and Suzu's faces turned from smiles to complete awestruck stares. What?
Dude, you look hot.
You want to fight?
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
Hell. Did I say that last time? I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. Really, as I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants.
Whoa, they really know how to dress well, don't they?
Stop commenting on it. Shut up, Naomi. Yeah. I was slightly taken aback on how great the boys looked in uniform. Save that for after the party, okay? Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman. Even Sam! Oh my god. It's all about Sam now. No more Damien. I just realized that we're kind of doing it all in a row. So I guess after Sam, I'm going after James, and then first Damien, then Sam, then James, then Eric, then Matthew. Matthew's the very last. Nice guys finish last. Oh, poor Matthew. Oh well, I slowly began to climb down the steps with Suzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one step at a time, like knights waiting for their princess. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head to try and regain my thoughts. You can't. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down that final step smiling. Oh yeah, as if where were you when I was walking down the rest of the steps? Why are you just standing there waiting for me to get to the last step so you can help me down? What the fuck? Stupid man. Stupid man.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Oops, that was my alarm. I am so sorry. That was my alarm on my phone. I am so sorry. Oh my god. That is horrible. I'm gonna turn off all my alarms. I'm so sorry that happened. Holy shit. Wow. I turned off all my alarms now. They're all gone. I'm so sorry that happened. That was oh god, now this video is gonna get copy striked because that was copyrighted, because that was a little excerpt from Adam Sandler's song, Do It For Your Mama. I set that as my alarm. Shit. I'm so sorry. Anyways. Thank you.
So, are you prepared for tonight?
No. Oh yeah. I had a guide I was looking on my phone for. Oh, I'm so sorry about my alarm. Oh my god. I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna say yes, I'm ready. I had to be confident in my skills. My dad expected a lot out of me already. If I faltered at this party, who knows what he would think of me. I had to assure myself in every word that came out of my mouth that I was ready. Alright. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed. Oh yeah, you can slowly rush to the door, I guess. Quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
Okay.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
I wouldn't. I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. I looked at the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
Yes. And now they're belongings to me. My mother quickly rushed, not slowly rushed. She slowly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. Mom. It had only been a couple days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
That's kind of creepy, Mom. I'm kind of uncomfortable about you saying that. I looked to my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. Inspector Gadget. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
Fuck you. The world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me on his own accord? My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. Thank you, Daddy. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
No. Fuck you. What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight.
Oh, shit.
Even the vice chairman's son will be coming.
Fuck.
All of them will be measuring your potential.
Fuck. My potential?
To become CEO of the company.
Hell no, my dude. I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small sigh, small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. Deep in my gut. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. Alright, I know which ones I'm gonna, because it's on a timer, so I'm gonna say blah, blah. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and handshake. Alright. I'm gonna save preemptively. And just in case I fucking mess up. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say. Okay, first one is, I'm doing my best.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
Alright. I'm doing my best.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Thank you for your condolences.
Do you have college plans?
Yes, I do. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company. Alright.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
That depends on who runs it, I guess. That depends on who runs it, I guess.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
It's a policy that reflects my own values. Personally, I think it's great.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility. There you go. I didn't fuck up this time. Woo! Hooray! Alright. Eventually the questions stopped and I was back to being by myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds and the incubi were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of strangers. It was unnerving to think about it, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Okay. Oh, fuck, not this guy again. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held his hand out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand. I'm supposed to simply nod to him.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
I'm supposed to simply nod to him. Simply nod to him. There you go. Andrew was slightly taken aback, but gently smiled and lowered his hand with a nod in return. My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Yeah, I tend to do that. I'm supposed to say thank you. Wait, which one am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to say nothing. It's kind of hard to tell because the correct answers are in bold and it only says like ... but the dots are bold. I just noticed that, so nothing.
I apologize if I made you uncomfortable in some way.
Okay. Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Oh, I'm sure you've been real excited, buddy. Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Then why didn't I get any money for it? What the fuck? Oh wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something, whether it was good or bad. I was not able to find out. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Jared! Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Oh.
Well,
So much drama. I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Everything's wrong with that.
of course not, sir.
Oh.
And polite as well. Interesting.
Look at Mom's face. She's like, what the fuck?
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. I'm supposed to stay put. I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
He's not CEO material.
Neither are you.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
Mom's right.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
It's the attitude you have about it. If you changed your attitude to something more friendly, it might result in something better, but you have a really bad attitude about it, and it seems like you're interrogating the poor person. That's the tip of the day. It's all about attitude. I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene with my dad. One wrong word and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something that I wanted at my housewarming party. I let out a sigh before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning that the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze out the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo was that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
Oh.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Okay. Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me to slowly escort the guests out. Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out of this house! You are not wanted in this fucking house anymore. You are ruining the floors by standing on them with your feet. Your dirty shoes! My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Eventually, only Susan, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Thank you. Oh! Thank you, Dad.
Keep it up, and you'll be a good CEO.
Sure. Oh, right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Hell no, I'm gonna stay up all night. Fuck you. It's my house, my rules, motherfucker! Oh, right.
Thanks for having having us. It was a great party.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
I should just mention that, Suzu, that's not the kind of, coat you should wear to a, fancy party like this. Especially in that color. It's kind of gross. Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Okay. Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, but all but my dad waving back to me. The last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. That was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Oh, yeah.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
Yeah.
She handled herself the best she could.
Thank you. Thank you, Damien.
As expected, princess.
Okay.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, Sam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hush, Sam.
Hush the fuck up, Sam. Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
Oh, wow. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna prepare myself for this one too. Because it's also on a timer. Sort of. But, yeah. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Yes. I'm prepared. Fucker. All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood. It's kind of orangey. Eyes black and gold piercing into mine. Roughened up clothes and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I'm gonna just preemptively save here over my other save file because, I don't really need it now because I already did that. I covered my mouth not to scream at the sight. I wouldn't. It's not that scary. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
Oh, wow. Sam. All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Well, Sam's dead. Fuck. Wow. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What? What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots at the man, as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Alright. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
Nice.
What did you say, Shrimp?
Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
Good job.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what he just said, motherfucker!
Ah!
Aw, he's throwing a temper tantrum. The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into the black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Oh. So much that sass. Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables Hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
And what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Me? Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power Malix was going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Oh no. Fuck off! That's what we're supposed to say. Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief.
Whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Malix grinned at me evilly, walking close to me. I'm preparing myself. I'm sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just preparing myself for the next thing to do, because it's on a timer. Duck. I'm supposed to duck. I got achievement. Can't catch me. It's a picture of his face being stupid. I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand. I stared at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise as I took a couple of steps back from Malix. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
Please don't.
Back off, Malix!
Thank you.
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Yeah, you need a Trojan condom. I'm just kidding.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make little Matthew cry?
No.
Why don't you just grow a pair?
He's obviously not crying, you piece of shit. Get your eyes checked, you fool.
Enough, Malix.
Same. The woman, who had been standing in silence the whole time, planted a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked back at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
You know what? Her hair is kind of like Diana's. What if she and Diana are the same person? Next time on Game Theory. That's just a theory. A game theory. I'm just kidding.
Fuck off. I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Good job.
Shut up!
No.
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
Good job. It's like a married couple. The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
What a beautiful laugh. I will marry anyone with that laugh. It's so creepy. Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
What a beautiful laugh, though. Like a specimen ball. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
No! Yeah? Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
God damn it. You guys need to clean up your fucking blood trails.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
Good job, Sam. I love you. I stood up and rubbed on my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
Ah, so there is a distinction there. A devil? There's a difference? Yes.
Yes.
You idiot.
Demons come from a different plane of existence called the Abyssal Planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know. It's hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
Obviously.
We actually have brains, for one.
Good job.
Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
I love you, Sam.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
Yep. This was also confusing. Not really. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land in the middle of it. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
Oh, really? What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Oh, cool.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
Oh my. That's a bit sexual. I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
Alright.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Hell yeah, Sam! Go do it, buddy! I believe in you!
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
Thank you. But what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Alright.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
I did say that. Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malix. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with this situation? Yes. I feel like I'm gonna make this an hour long again, because, I mean, I don't have much left to do anyway, so I might as well, make it a long one. So yeah, I'll make this another hour long, I guess. I mean, I have a lot of time, so whatever. I'm free. They are only staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Malix. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. Who's Kay? The question was then, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever.
Naomi.
You're so important to me.
Suzu.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
James.
Please, let me love you.
Eric.
I'll be by your side, always.
Sam!
I can't imagine living without you.
Matthew.
I want to be with you.
Damien.
I love you.
Sam? I don't know who said that. I never know who says that. I'm not sure. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Why am I up so early? I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? Masturbate. I'm just kidding. I'm supposed to explore the house. I decided it was a good idea to wander around the house. I never really explored it much as a child, so there were bound to be new surprises. Well, come on, feet. Let's go on an adventure. I stood and exited my room, hoping that the boys were still asleep. I began to wander the halls on my end of the house, opening each door to find what room each door led to. Quickly, I found an old office. A desk and chair sat by the far side as a large bookshelf of documents and memorabilia donned its nooks and crannies. There were a couple pictures of me growing up peeking from the shelf as I walked further into the room. I don't believe I've been in here before. I tried to recall memories of ever seeing this room, coming up with nothing as a result. This room was new to me. Did I want to disturb the furniture? I'm curious. I gently opened the shelves and any drawers I saw in the room, and a couple of them were books and even sewing kits. I assumed they were used for my grandfather's toys, so I left them alone. One drawer, however, was locked no matter how many times I pulled. Grr! Come on, open! Nothing. It would not budge. The drawer beside it, though, did, revealing a laptop. Why is there a laptop in a drawer? I lifted it from the drawer and carried it over to the desk and chair, opening it. It was a high-tech laptop with a retina scanner as a pass lock. I was not sure whether or not to try to unlock it or not. Well, my guide just says, like, try is chaos and don't try is order. It doesn't tell me which one to do, just says which ones are which. Let's just go for chaos. Try. I'm sorry. I decided to try. I turned on the computer and leaned my face near the retina scanner, lining the camera up with my eye. To my surprise, I heard a ping come from the computer before the screen opened to a desktop. Huh, look at that. On the desktop were documents and folders labeled with different aspects of the Anderson Company. Taxes, profits, bylaws, products, the list went on and on. If I really did want to become the CEO of the Anderson Toys Company, I had everything about it at my fingertips. Dad would sure be impressed. One icon, however, stood out from the rest. Vorigo? I double-clicked the icon, but no window came up. Instead, I heard a large click come from the drawer that was locked. What the? I slowly left my seat and walked over to the drawer, attempting to open it again. It slid open smoothly in the direction of my pulling hand, revealing 2 books. One was a plain black journal with a tie to keep it closed. The other was bound in leather, with cryptic symbols all over the cover. I took out the journal and skimmed through it, seeing my grandfather's notes. They were all detailed explanations and opinions on his findings on demon magic. He really did know about magic. I sat down at the desk and read through the journal further, finding drawings and sketches of symbols and magic circles, each with their own different meanings and effects. It was all fascinating. There was even a page of important spells to know. I read through them, trying to memorize them into my mind. I don't know what came over me, but I started to feel more energetic and more powerful simply reading my grandfather's notes. I was suddenly aware of the energy that surrounded my body and the power that was around the house. The more I read, the more powerful I became. Wow. However, my mind suddenly froze, and I found myself walking back to the drawer, putting the book back, and closing the drawer. The lock reset, and I snapped out of it. Huh? What? I shook my head and looked at the drawer, realizing what I had done. I walked over to the desk to reopen the lock, but suddenly felt the need to stop. Something held me back and didn't want me to pry anymore, that I already had. I was curious beyond belief, but I obeyed my thoughts for now. Eventually, I would come back and look into it. I turned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes. Back to sleep. I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. Why is time going so slowly? I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention. Huh? I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard. In the yard were all 5 of the boys, practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle of the other 4 surrounding him and throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully. Don't disturb them. None is right. None is correct. I mean, I won't disturb them. I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world, focusing on the training they were all in. It was better not to disturb them. I checked the time and decided to head inside to the kitchen. I was getting hungry, and I'm sure the boys would need to eat soon, so lunch was a must. I might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make, and I'm supposed to say, simple chicken and rice. Simple chicken and rice. Gotta keep their energy and strength up with protein. I took my time to make almost perfect chicken breasts alongside some rice. Cooking wasn't hard unless you didn't know what you were doing in the first place. I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them be and take the food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys focus on training. Find one of the incubi. I have to find one of the incubi. I quickly rushed back and grabbed a second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. I looked down each hall, trying to find one of the incubi, wondering so that I wouldn't have to go through each individual room finding them. I pursed my lips in irritation. Where the heck are they? I sighed, knowing that I would have to search for them in each room. I turned to head down the west hall before I suddenly bumped into an opening door. Door face first! Holy shit! Oh, god damn it. Oof!
Whoa! What the?
Ouch! I quickly stepped back, regaining my balance on my feet and with the food in my hands. The last thing I wanted was food on the floor. I shook my head and looked up to see Sam looking at me from behind the door in surprise. Being that I only saw his face, he was wet, so I assumed that the door led to a bathroom he was exiting from.
Oh, crap. Are you alright?
No. Yeah, I brought food. What the hell? Why did I say that? I shook my head and acted like I knew what I said. Sam raised an eyebrow before looking to the food I brought.
Oh, hey. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. Shh, calm down. As Sam stepped out from behind the bathroom door and closed it, I was suddenly face to face with a shirtless and freshly cleaned Sam. A simple towel was hanging over his shoulders as he looked to me. I remained frozen, unable to tear my eyes away from the sight. Whoo! I'm gonna take a screen. Take a screenshot of that. He actually has nipples. That's a wonderful thing. Because most anime guys, for some reason, they just don't have nipples. But good thing Sam does. I like a man with nipples. It's normal. I mean, sure, they're useless on a man, but, it's just what I'm used to, I adapted to that. Whew, screenshot! Whoo-hoo. Damn, he was ripped. Not really, but, whatever.
Hey, you alright? Hello?
What the fuck did I say?
About what?
What?
About what? About what? Sam let a sly smirk appear on his lips before tapping my forehead with his finger. It was light, but I still felt pressure from it to push me back a bit on my feet.
You gonna give me my food, or do you plan to keep staring into space like a nut job?
Sam! Oh, I love it. Oh, huh? Oh, right, here! I quickly gave Sam his food, glaring at him. He chuckled before quickly dropping to the floor and crossing his legs to sit. I did double take down at him before joining him to eat. I was hungry, so might as well. Sam must have been hungry because he practically scarfed all of his food down before I could get 2 bites out of mine. Jeez, you eat fast.
Sorry. It was good, yeah.
Thanks? Sam sat in silence waiting for me to finish. It was odd. It was not far from having a dog watch you while you ate. Calling him a dog. Nevertheless, I finished my food quicker than I normally did and looked to Sam, who somehow got his shirt and vest on while I wasn't looking. Damn, he was fast.
Alright then. I'm heading up to the roof.
Okay, why? Roof? Roof? He was heading to the roof? Why? What? The roof? What is that, my catchphrase? A boa? The roof?
Yeah. Wanna come with?
Hold on. He wanted me to join him? On the roof? The roof of a huge mansion? Why? How? Why?
I promise you won't fall, or whatever. Okay?
Okay. I was supposed to say okay. Oh, yeah. I didn't know why I was up for this, but I said okay. The small adventurous side of me was very happy with my decision, but another side of me was screaming at me, asking me why I did that. Sam took the empty dishes and placed them on a nearby stand before walking to a nearby window and looking to me. Wait. A window?
Come on.
I walked towards Sam, unsure of what he wanted to do. As I stepped to his side, he wrapped a tight arm around my waist and hugged me against his side. Whoa!
Better hold on tight.
Okay. I instantly wrapped my arms around Sam as he opened the window and stepped on the ledge. I could feel him tighten his grip on me as he looked up and grabbed the end of the roof with his free hand. Whoa! I gripped tightly to him as he somehow was able to pull both of us up to the roof with that one hand. He lifted me to the roof first before pulling himself up and sitting with a content sigh.
See? I told you I wouldn't let you fall.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. I sat up beside Sam, trying to shake off what had happened. He was a demon. I had to remember that. Not matter how human he looked. Not matter. No matter how human he looked. God.
Pretty sight, huh?
Yeah. I raised my eyebrow before looking ahead of us. I gasped. The sight was truly beautiful. The estate was settled on a high hill, so the view I saw made me feel like I was flying. I could see Chicago in the distance. Oh, so that's where we are, surrounded by forests and suburbs, like the one I resided in. Something about the sight took my breath away. I silently thanked my adventurous side for taking the risk to come up here.
You know, it's things like this that make the human world worth coming to.
Aww. I turned to Sam at his statement, unsure of what he meant. He kept his eyes to the view, but I could see very soft amazement in his eyes. What do you mean?
I'm not like my brothers. I didn't come to get away from anything or to fulfill something. Whatever they may tell you, their reasons were.
Oh.
I came because, well, they're my brothers. And that's that. However, I didn't expect the human world to be so pretty.
Sam! I didn't understand. I understand completely. The brothers were running from more than just Malix? What could have possibly driven them from where they were? You all ran from something?
We all had our reasons for leaving the Abyssal Plains. James didn't want to deal with his problems. Matthew wanted to live with humans more than demons. I came because I didn't want to be without my brothers. So I left with them.
That makes sense. That's rather sweet, if you think about it.
It doesn't matter. I came, so here I am.
I frowned and bit my lips slightly. I wasn't sure if he even wanted to be here with how he was answering. Still, I felt a small wave of confidence drive me to scoot closer to Sam. I wanted to try to be friends. Fate didn't like that, apparently. I found myself losing my balance and wound up starting to fall off the roof! Ah!
Whoa!
God damn it, I'm an idiot. Instantly, Sam grabbed me and pulled me up to him. He wrapped his arms around me, making sure I wasn't able to fall back down the roof. But that wasn't what made me blush wildly from ear to ear. I somehow landed and straddled over his lap. God damn it. He was hugging me close to his chest. It was almost like a romance scene in a love story. Oh, really? I couldn't tear my eyes away from Sam as he stared up at me in concern.
I got you. You okay?
Maybe? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Sam. Sam, yes, I am. Sam, I am. However, I continued to look down at him as he stared up at me. Neither of us knew what to do, and I could feel that we were both lost in that fact. As we looked at each other, Sam's face grew slightly red. Oof.
Hey, I might as well say it now, but sorry for being a dick when we met.
Oh, honey. Oh. I must have been dreaming. Sam was being sincere? Why? However, as I stared, I could feel his strength weaken. He was shaking, but he continued to hold me to keep me safe from falling. Sam. Oh God, no. Oh God, no! Oh no, I know what's happening. Sam, do you need energy? Sam's eyes widened before he looked away, refusing to answer, but refusing to let me go. I didn't feel any energy drain, so he wasn't trying to take advantage of the situation. That was it. He needed energy. But should I give it? God damn it. I have to kiss him. That's what it says to do. Kiss him. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Oh, let me fall off the roof. Push me off, Sam. Do it. Kill me. I gently grabbed Sam's face and tilted his head to angle with mine. Leaning in closer to him, I brought my lips to his and kissed him deeply. I didn't know if this would help, but it was how he got energy before. I shut my eyes, waiting for the draining feeling to reappear in my body. Sam didn't move, nor did I feel the energy drain from me. I opened my eyes and saw Sam staring wide-eyed at me, but unmoving. He was unsure of what to do, and I had silenced him with confusion. I didn't know why, but I felt both irritated and accomplished at the question and the look he was giving me. Where was his flirting? Where was his cocky smirk? From what I remembered, he took advantage of me when we met, yet now he was somehow intimidated by me. I pulled away and spoke. I want to give you some of my energy. You've used a lot of it, and I'm sure that the energy you took from me was only used for healing. Let me help you.
I mean, I don't...
Sam, if you don't want my energy, just tell me, but I'm offering it to you if you do. All of a sudden, I felt that familiar feeling of warmth run through my body once again. I felt my body slightly heat up as Sam pulled my body tighter to his. He regained his stoic gaze before speaking.
Just remember, you offered it.
Perfect thumbnail image. After this, we're gonna be done with the episode because... Sam! Sam, no, why? Why am I like this? What have I done to myself? How did I get here? I feel like this music could be used in a porno or something. It's just like, hell yeah. So hot. Before I knew it, Sam pulled me into a gentle but passionate kiss. Heat erupted through my body as his kiss slowly and almost timidly got deeper. Sam kept an arm around my waist while I rested my hands on his chest. The energy from my body was slowly draining from the kiss, making... Are we wearing overalls? Making me feel light and warm. It was almost pitiful how comfortable and how willing I was in this situation. Still, I held no regrets. I was enjoying every bit of this kiss. Clearly. Sam gently leaned back, pulling me along with him so that I was laying on the top of him. I felt odd yet comfortable to be the one in control. Wow. Not really. Sam wasn't as forceful as he was when we first met, and it felt almost magical. Oh, really? It was how I imagined the first kiss to be like, except with energy drain. Except with energy drain, you know, a little thing there. Soon, though, the energy drain stopped, and Sam gently pushed my face away to end the kiss. I stared down at him as we both panted for air. Oh, wow. I had never kissed like that before, and I was so lost at the moment that I'd forgotten how to breathe. Breathe. Sam moved a strand of hair from my face to behind my ear. I still full of desire. Jesus Christ. The look in Sam's eyes, though, I almost couldn't find the strength to pull away. I could feel the hold of his mind-altering spell fade away, but I still felt hot. Something told me that I wanted more, but at the same time, I wasn't sure if I truly did want to give any more. I'm supposed to keep going. I opened the opportunity, and I was enjoying it as much as he was. I wanted more, and I was going to let him keep going. I wanted to keep going. I leaned down and kissed him again. Sam gasped against my lips, but continued to kiss back. It's almost like he loves me. I could feel him pull on the tail of my bow, releasing it and following his hand off from around my neck. He moved the ribbon to his pocket before gently unbuttoning the top 2 buttons of my blouse. The desire in my body drove me insane, forcing a moan to escape my lips as he ran kisses from my lips down to my exposed neck. As he began to ravish my neck and shoulder in hot kisses, I leaned my head back and let a pleasureful sigh escape my lips. Sam was ruthless in his passionate kisses on my skin. Sam didn't stop touching and kissing me, making more moans and gasps rush out of my mouth to the open air. He may have been full, but he was as hot as I was. I couldn't even comprehend how much time we spent making out. I was so lost in the pleasure that I didn't care. It's called sinful, but I didn't care. I loved it. His touch, his kiss, his heat. I desired to be on anything at that moment. Even his lowered kisses down my chest, just above my brow. My heart was beating mildly in my chest. Something about Sam intrigued me immensely, but something made my heart quaking for him. I couldn't have been love. It was just too passionate to be lust. What was it? Oh, it was love! However, I began to feel dizzy, seeing the sky start to spin almost wildly. I gripped to Sam's shoulders, trying to signal him to stop, but my mind faded to black before I could let out another sound. I felt good. I didn't care that I was blacked out. I felt warm and fuzzy in the darkness. I never knew indulging in that kind of passion would be that good. I now just waited to waken, hopefully in a good way. My eyes eventually fluttered open, adjusting to the sight around me. I felt familiar silks underneath me, letting me know that I was in my bed. I slowly sat up, stretching from the tiredness that still lingered. I felt a very soft pain on my neck and shoulders, and I could feel my swollen lips pulse gently and healing. Ooh. However, when I looked down at my body, I saw that my shirt had been pulled back and rebuttoned, as if nothing happened between me and Sam. I was just missing my ribbon. Before I turned to get out of bed, though, I spotted my ribbon on the pillow beside the one I slept on. It was tied in a nice bow with a small note attached to it. I gently slipped the note from the tie and opened it to read it.
Sorry, I went a little too far.
Oh, Sam, you're fine. I stared at the note, letting a small smile grace my lips. He went too far? I enjoyed it, despite the first-time circumstance. It was cute, though, to imagine him thanking me for something we both did and enjoyed. Actually, he didn't thank me. I brought the note to my chest, letting the memories of our meeting flood my mind. I indulged myself too, Sam. I looked to the time out of curiosity. The large white numbers on my phone showed 5:31 p.m. Yikes, 4 hours of being knocked out, and I still feel tired. That's because if you sleep for too long, you feel more tired when you wake up. You sleep too little, you're tired. If you sleep too much, you're also tired. It's a cycle. It was Sunday, so I was allowed to sleep longer if I wanted to. The remainder of the night passed by, surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, but were kind enough to stop and make me dinner. I was glad for that. Unsurprisingly, the food was perfect, but it felt a little empty without the boys to eat with me. They most likely had already eaten, but still I felt lonely. I couldn't let it bother me. I ate and went back to my room to study and sleep. Surprisingly, I felt good going to bed that night. I felt like I could have a peaceful sleep after the previous rough nights I had. I felt good. I drifted to sleep and woke up almost flawlessly that next morning. No grogginess, no aches, perfectly energized and bright-eyed. And that is where we're going to end this episode. I told you it was going to be an hour long. See if you guys enjoyed this episode of Seduce Me the Otome. Leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell. Oh, and if you guys enjoyed this longer, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of long-ish video. But anyways, thanks for watching. I already said my outro, and well, remember, die safely. Bye-bye! Ow, my